Hey, Alex, thanks for doing this. We haven't talked to you since last season, so just what went into your decision to come back for your senior year?
What went into my decision was basically I felt like I left a lot on the table as a player, and I felt like I just had a lot more to offer. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to come back and capitalize on that. And also the way the season went last year, it wasn't how us or anybody else expected to go, and I wanted to just come back and like leave on a way better note than what we did.
Okay, we'll go to James Ogletree.
Hey Alex, Evan Neal is a guy who was recruited as a tackle, then had to play guard for a year, and now looks like potentially he may end up going back to tackle. As someone who's been through that, just kind of what is the challenge of that transition, and what's your kind of assessment of his game in making that transition?
Um, he himself, he's a very driven player. You know what I mean? So I feel like any obstacle that is thrown at him, he's going to overcome it. But you know, when he was playing guard, I did give him a lot of tips and stuff like that on how to transition and stuff like that. And I feel like that made his transition a lot smoother. And him going back to tackle, that's been great too. I mean, he was already a natural tackle. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really like that much to it. But as far as him and this fall camp, he's doing great. You know what I mean? Like way better than I would have expected. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, Tony Sakalas is next.
Hey, Alex, you're one of three senior starters on the offensive line. How easy? How does that make it easier to transition into this season and kind of with so much experience coming back?
Yeah, of course, I think so. With experience, it's always easier. You know what I mean? And not only that, but we didn't have a lot of like, well, we didn't have too many young guys come this summer either. So we already had a lot of like experience in the room as a whole, and I feel like that was a great thing. But it's going well. Like his fall camp is going great.
Okay, we'll go to Jared Oliver, and then you yourself.
Hey, obviously with the recent number of cases on the Alabama campus, for you as a student athlete, do you still feel comfortable and confident to play this year?
Um, yes, speaking from us and what we have going on here, I say that we feel more than safe because of the precautions and the things that we have put in place and the things that we're doing just to make sure we're all healthy. So yeah, we feel good.
Okay, Mike Rodak, we'll go to you next.
Alex, just what have you seen out of Mac, these last couple months, given that, he kind of comes into this offseason and into this season in a different spot than he had been the last couple years in terms of being, potentially the starter?
Right. Mac has always been a workhorse. Like ever since he came on the campus, he's been one of the hardest workers, and I feel like that is it's been consistent with him coming into this fall camp. He works his ass off, and he's like a great team player and a great leader for our team.
Next, we'll go to AP Stout.
Yes, Alex. I was going to ask you about Tommy Brown. Do you think he could play the right tackle position, and then if not, can he move inside to play guard?
I feel like him and along with a lot of other with him along with a lot of our other guys could play a lot of positions because to create depth, we all move around. You know what I mean, and play like a few snaps here, a few snaps there. So I feel like he could most definitely play anything on the O line.
Okay, we'll go to Cecil Hurt next.
Hi, Alex. Cecil Hurt from the Tuscaloosa News. You were the primary author, as I understand, of the team statement earlier this summer about racial injustice. What inspired you to do that as the team continued to discuss those issues, and what are your feelings today?
What inspired me to do it? I mean, just like seeing this past summer of all the things that were going on and taking place. I mean, it was just like it was very disheartening. You know what I mean? And I felt like us and us being who we are and us having this platform, I felt like it was a great opportunity to show that to just like be a voice for my people. You know what I mean? From a standpoint and a platform where a lot of people would listen. You know what I mean? And I feel like we still feel the exact same way about that video today.
Okay, we'll go to Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, what was the creative process and how you wrote that, and how do you feel things have changed, or have they changed since you wrote that, or just in society in general?
No, my opinions have not changed at all. But the creative process, to be honest, it was almost like, I don't know, it just like came to me out of nowhere, because I'm by no means a writer or anything like that, because I'm very like math-minded, left-brained, you know what I mean? But I felt like that was just something that had came to me, and I felt like, because I'm not really an outspoken person, but I felt like those thoughts and those feelings that I had toward the situation needed to be heard, so I just used my platform to do so.
A couple more, we'll go back to Tony Sakalas.
Alex, what have you seen from LeBron Ray, both stepping into that leader role in the defensive line, and then also just recovering from his foot injury?
I mean, a great player, great athlete, and he's a workhorse as well. He comes to work every single day. I mean, he primarily lines up against me, so I'm getting the best. I'm getting practice I've ever gotten in a long time, you know what I mean, because he's back and stuff like that. But he's doing great. I feel like he feels confident about his foot and stuff like that, and he's practicing really, really well.
Okay, last question with Alex. We'll go to back to Mike Roden.
Just to follow up on the questions there from Cecil and from Michael, just how much have you as players around the team paid attention to the situation in Wisconsin this week with the Jacob Blake shooting, and just how much has that been discussed, and how much does it anger you essentially as players?
I mean, of course it's been discussed around the team and stuff like that, but I mean, just like I said earlier, we feel the same way we did a few months ago when we put out the video. And of course, we're like not really angered, but I mean, we just like don't feel good about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we don't like to see it. It's like it shouldn't be like normal to be seeing that stuff every few weeks, every month or so. It's just not good. We don't like it.
Okay, Alex, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir.